Hello again, everyone. We are Gaming by Gaslight, and welcome back to Starbound in the 1.3 Unstable. When we last left off, we had been just exploring some things and such, and since then we have had the community stream, which has caused, as you can see, there was a bit of minor damage to the ship, but nothing that cannot be repaired. And we have established right here just a very simple, very rudimentary tram station, which is pretty cool, I dare say, though it is not perfect as of yet. And we can do stuff like this. We can summon the tram. You'll notice that I have disconnected right here, because if I have it set, I notice there's kind of some problems if there's like a multi-way thing going on here for summoning the tram, so that like, if it's just this, it's fine, but if we were to wire it up so that it's all connected, and probably part of this has to do with this weird setup I've got going here, it would result in the tram. Well, the tram can actually even handle itself like this. It can handle itself like this. It can even handle this. And if we try summoning it up here, that's where the problems show up. Which, I wonder to myself if that'll be something that can be relatively easily fixed. Because obviously what happens here is everything gets wired up, everything gets attached in a way, and effectively what happens when you press that button is, as you can see, it turns on everything attached to the system, and it gets a little wibbly-wobbly there. So I have to imagine that might get... excuse me, sir. Oh, come on. Go the right way, dang it. Alright. So, obviously, we need a bit more stuff in order to make, like, four-way stops and crossings and so on and so forth like that work well with the tram system, but that's something we can figure out in due course. I mean, we'll get that. It probably is just a simple matter even of just putting in some, like, what's the word we're looking for? I don't... Oh, here we go. We have the rail network right up here. A rail switch, that's what we're looking for. So if we had rail switches like this, I suspect it would be a simple matter, a very simple matter of just popping these out right here. And then put these in right here. And let's see here. So these are blue, so how would I turn this on? Let's try with these red bits right here. Let's see if this works for us. Alright. So I press that. Doesn't work. Okay. That is not the thing. Okay. In that case, let's try this again. We'll get this. We'll figure out how to appropriately wire everything up. Alright. Let's see here. So that is not ideal. Alright. And, I mean, if I just put this, then there's no guarantee that it would last long enough to keep it on. If I do this, alright, that activates it. And that works out. Works out okay. Problem, of course, is if I then do this, actually it does kind of bounce right back on, but what happens if I do this? We turn this on, it goes here, all good. See, it turns off, it doesn't last long enough, so it just falls, it just flops off. I mean, the simple solution, obviously, would be to just have a timer in here that would keep it on longer. But on the other hand, if it stays on longer, then... We'll have to think about that one. On how to make sure the system is robust enough to handle anything we can throw at it. And I don't really feel like thinking that one all the way through right now. Also, here's an Arceus ghost. Oh my god, he's not disappearing. They changed something. Oh wait, nope, never mind. He went away. He lasted for a while. We'll worry about that another time, though. Someday. That Urkius Ghost, by the way, is just a holdover from the early access days, so let's not pay too much attention. But something we discovered on the stream was the answer to that whole mysterious bit in the patch notes mentioning that there is a visual novel generator. And that is this. Beautiful attempt. Secure a shrine, Maiden Hearts Plus, find great love in the distant past. So I thought to myself, hey, let's make an episode where we just, go through a Starbound visual novel. This story was written by a diverse team of talented high-level scholars. The creative team are not responsible for any heartbreak or infatuation with fictional characters that may develop from playing this game. Of course not. Life sure is quiet for me, an unassuming, hard-working, high-level teenage boy at boarding school. Hard-working, sure. Like a discarded plastic bag floating downriver, I sometimes feel as if I simply drift through life. Man, you are a real tryhard for seeming deep and nuanced and philosophical, aren't you? I could come up with a better metaphor than that, but I won't, because I'm not pretentious. My only solace is my incredible and unwavering finesse at air hockey. Alright, I forgive all your pretentiousness, young high-level boy. I also like air hockey. Sure, it isn't exactly the most popular game in the universe, but that lets me carve out a niche skill. Presently, I am in my school dormitory studying. I am slowly working my way through a textbook titled The Art of High-Level Passive Aggressiveness. Ah, yes, very good. That's some good learning right there, that'll get you through life. Everyone knows being passive-aggressive is the key to success. However, the thoughts of air hockey have gripped me once more, but my studies cannot be ignored. Well, obviously they can be ignored. Passive-aggressiveness is an art, and you can only learn an art by doing it. Air hockey is a skill, but you also can only learn by doing it. And it's probably more important anyway. Knowledge is important, I reason, but skill at a lesser-known, low-friction competitive game is something that will stay with me forever. Exactly. I leave my dormitory quietly, remaining careful not to let my excitement overwhelm me and cause me to involuntarily yell out, "Air hockey!" Like the last time I snuck out. Yes, you sound like a very excitable young man. I find myself at the campus arcade, my free eyes staring at the beauty I see before me. We meet again, friend. The hockey table, a beautiful smooth surface, perforated and varnished. It is the stone tablet upon which I inscribe my will, and the hockey paddle but a chisel of beautiful showmanship. I place the puck on the table, savoring the moment. My heart skips a beat, but something feels wrong. My heart races and I feel like the world is spinning. I reach out, but my hands find no solace. I feel like a beached whale, except the beach I'm on is traveling. Traveling through time! The sensation I feel is difficult to describe, like slowly waking from a dream, except the dream involves everyone who has ever lived loudly yelling at you. That does sound pretty tedious and annoying. My vision slowly returns to me, and I feel warm sand beneath my hands and feet. Am I on a planet's surface? Is that the sun I feel upon me? Or perhaps I am merely on fire. Merely on fire, huh? You high-lotl, you make sound getting immolated to be such a casual occurrence. Then again, given the Florin, that probably is a casual occurrence for them. I am not on fire, but that doesn't give me much reassurance. The place I'm in is almost entirely unfamiliar. I am on the shore of a small island, in the center of which is a grand pagoda. The sun sets above me. It is clear to me that I must plan my next move very carefully. Alright, we'll sneak around, obviously. Because everyone knows young teenage nerdy boys are the greatest of stealth action heroes. An unfamiliar land, a pounding headache. I decide to approach the situation with strength, or with stealth. Strength would also be good, but, you probably don't have that either. I crouch low, making my way across the beach towards the pagoda. The air is quiet, except for the soft lapping of waves on the mysterious beach. The ocean appears to be water, and not acid or magma. This fact calms me somewhat. That would be pretty calming. If you showed up on a planet whose ocean was made of magma, you would probably already be on fire. I hear voices. I hide behind a nearby post. The architecture is all high-lotl, so at least my chances of being in Floritary seems low. Except for the fact that Florin are very well known for going into other people's homes, killing everyone, and then taking those homes over for themselves. And probably smearing blood and furs everywhere. That's pretty much the height of Florin art. Outside the entrance to the pagoda, I see a... Oh, wait, forgot about that. Or, I forgot. one other piece of Florin art. Also skulls. Lots of skulls. You can drink from skulls. You can make a throne of skulls. You can stack them up in a nice little pyramid of skulls. Skulls go good with everything. Anyway, back to the story. Outside the entrance to the pagoda, I see a girl kneeling in the sand. I gasp, unable to steel myself, and she turns to see me. "Who are you, and why are you sneaking around?" she says, the girl, light dancing off her beautiful, clammy skin. Yes, everyone knows that skin being clammy is the greatest kind of skin. Also, she has tentacles for hair, so she's probably rune spawn, which is good. Good. "What's your name, young fair maiden?" "I am Kasumi, a shrine maiden sent to bless this grand Hylatl library before its opening next week," she explains. "No one else is supposed to be here, though. Why did you come here?" Yeah, that first one sounds a bit too silly. "I was sent through time." "Traveled? Through time?" she repeats, confused. "But doesn't everyone travel through time?" I ask her what she means. "We're all moving through time, at a rate of around 1 second per second," she elaborates. I cannot tell this beautiful girl, or if this beautiful girl is a genius or insane. Obvious answer is she's both, because as everyone knows, the greatest geniuses throughout history have all been at least a little insane. "Where are my manners?" she adds suddenly. "I forgot to ask you your name. Who are you?" "Sure, you can have my name." "That's a weird name," she says flatly. "Why would your parents even call you that?" That hurts. That hurts a lot. I tersely avoid the subject of my name's embarrassing origin. "So tell me," she begins, "why are you interested in this unopened library, of all places?" "The library. The Grand Hylatl Library." "You mean the Grand Pagoda Library?" "Of course I've heard of it. It is a famous historical site, yet right now it isn't even open yet. That is why I knew I have been sent to the past." I quickly explained to Kasumi that in my era, the library is open. Your story sounds Your story sounds insane," she begins, "but you don't look or talk like anyone I've ever known." Which, you know, is probably a sign of insanity as well. "Perhaps your story is true. If you have been sent through time, and I mean, unless you hang around a lot of crazy people, but whatever, I'm not going to judge. If you have been sent through time and space at an unusual rate, what do you think caused you to come here?" Obviously, it's the power of air hockey. Air hockey does tend to have that effect. "Air hockey? What is this air hockey you speak of?" She doesn't know what air hockey is. There probably isn't even any air hockey in this era. I suddenly feel the crushing weight of how serious my circumstances have become. "Does this air hockey of yours usually send people through time?" "Not really, no." "Perhaps it was something else," she says thoughtfully. "It could have been your ceremonial ritual, I suppose." "A ceremony!" she exclaims. "But it is a ceremony of tradition, not divine power, and it is not even finished either." I ask her why her ceremony wasn't complete. "Well, of course it isn't. I was interrupted by you flailing about and screaming for help." "Excuse me, madam. I was being the ultimate stealthy ninja warrior, not crying for mummy." "Probably." "But perhaps," she says while looking intently at the staff in her hand, "perhaps finishing the ceremony will help send you back." "Sure, what do you need?" "Well, first was the tribute of prayer, next comes the tribute of talent, and then the tribute of song." "Alright, what's your talent?" She smiles, saying, "I am an artist. I must paint for the ritual." "Paint, you say?" "That's right," she says. "Wait here, and when I'm done, you can judge if my art is worthy." Kasumi leaves for the beach, opening a chest of calligraphy brushes. I sit awkwardly on the steps of the pagoda entrance, watching her from a short distance. I have a short time to go gather my thoughts. I think that not only is she beautiful, but that she is also a talented artist. Surely I must be in a dream, or perhaps an elaborate coma fantasy, which is also quite likely, actually. Could she truly love me? Will she be able to come to the present with me? Will that cause a rift in the space-time continuum? Whoa, man, you're kinda taking this too fast. You literally just met this girl, and you've already established that she may be at least partly insane. Then again, you are also a desperate, lonely, nerdy teenage boy, so I guess that just makes it all the more sensible, doesn't it? I ponder my tribulations so far, but as I do, Kasumi returns with a rolled-up scroll. "I have finished," she announces. Her smile glitters in the sunset like the lure of a beautiful anglerfish. Can I see? Yep, here it is. She presents the scroll to me. Dun, dun, dun! Dun. Genius! Pure genius! That is surely the greatest painting I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot of paintings. Can you tell what it is, she asks, eagerly. An alien of some kind? She giggles. No, silly, it's a duck! Yes, I can totally see the duck now. I question if Kasumi has literally ever seen a duck, or even heard a secondhand description of one. I turn back to her. Well, she asks, what do you think? Well, never, ever question an artist. It's beautiful. Why, thank you, she says with a beaming smile. So is the tribute a song next? She nods. I have to come up with a song that will cleanse the land of uncivility, but I will need help coming up with ideas. Well, good thing you came to me, then. I am a world-class songwriter, surely. That sounds good. What kind of song should it be, then? Sure, we'll make it a romantic song. Why not? A romantic song? How wonderful. What should it be about? Obviously a lovesick octopus. That's the only thing you can sing about when you're trying to be romantic. I can picture it now. Why is he so lovesick? You can't get a date. Poor lonely octopus. I have a song in mind just for this, she says. Lone octopus, you can't just wait. Put in some effort, if you want to date. An ethereal light suddenly fills the area as her words of power leave her lips. My stomach churns like a washing machine left out in the sun. You are truly a master of words, good sir. Only the greatest. You would make Shakespeare jealous with your wordsmithery. I don't know, she cries out. I feel something tugging at me, an unseen hand of fate. I suddenly realize my time here may be over shortly. I have precious seconds left. I may fail at winning her love, but I must make an attempt. A beautiful attempt. In that case, obviously, remember me. I never hear her reply as time pulls me away in the dark void of nothingness once more. Kasumi's poem echoes in my head, guiding me through the darkness. I feel like a fish on a lead, in the dark. After what feels like a millennia, but also maybe only 5 or 6 minutes, I wake up where I began. A hockey table, the present day, Kasumi. I feel like fate has been snatched away from me. I cry out in a dramatic and whimpering rage. This hockey table is nothing compared to love. In my anger, I attempt to flip the table, but my weak arms fail me. Well, that's why you failed love. I mean, I'm pretty weak myself, but even I could flip an air hockey table. Like, come on. Do you even lift? Like, not even heavy things, like just books? Do you lift books? That'll work the arm muscles at least a little bit. And also, again, I need to reiterate, how the hell do you know you're in love when you literally just met the crazy lady literally just minutes ago? I could never destroy this hockey table. Beautiful shrine maidens may come and go, but at least I'll have my games. Now you're talking sense for the first time in this entire story. The end. And that is where the story of this beautiful air hockey machine ends. And of course we could play again and try to get a different ending, but I think we will leave it there. So, what excites me the most about this is just the fact that modders can probably do all kinds of cool stuff with that. And I look forward to seeing what possibilities may in fact show up there, but for now, that is going to do it for this episode, so until the next time, thank you all for watching, I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that like button, or maybe leave me a comment down below to let me know what you're thinking, and I will see all you in the next video.